In this video titled Eggs and Elderly Health, the shocking mistakes you're probably making, we will uncover some common mistakes that many people, particularly older adults, often make when it comes to preparing and enjoying eggs. These mistakes may seem minor, but they can lead to serious health implications over time. Our goal today is not just to point out these pitfalls, but also to equip you with practical tips and knowledge to ensure that the eggs you consume are as safe and nutritious as possible. Throughout this video, we will explore 5 key mistakes that can turn this superfood into a hidden health risk. Each mistake will be backed by scientific insights and practical advice, helping you make informed decisions about your diet. We will discuss the importance of cooking eggs properly, the potential dangers of consuming raw or undercooked eggs, and the critical role that food safety plays in our overall health. As we progress, I encourage you to think about your own cooking habits and how they might need a little adjustment. By being mindful of how you prepare and store your eggs, you can maximize their nutritional value and minimize any potential health risks. Remember, it's not just about eating healthy, it's about eating smart. Before we jump into the specifics, I want to take a moment to connect with you. If you find this topic valuable, please consider leaving a comment below, sharing your thoughts or experiences related to eggs and health. Your feedback is incredibly important to us and helps us create content that resonates with you. So, let's get started on this journey towards better health. Together, we can ensure that every bite of egg you take supports your well-being and contributes positively to your diet. Stay tuned as we uncover the first shocking mistake you might be making with eggs and how to fix it. According to research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, excessive heat triggers a process called oxidation in eggs. During this process, the cholesterol and fats naturally present in eggs undergo chemical changes, forming compounds known as oxidized lipids. A 2019 study from the American Heart Association found that these oxidized compounds may contribute to increased inflammation in the body, which is particularly concerning for older adults who already face age-related inflammatory challenges. Let's visualize what happens when you overcook an eggies. As heat breaks down the delicate structure of the egg proteins, they become tough and rubbery. The vibrant golden yolk turns dull and grayish, green around the edges, a telltale sign of overcooking. This color change occurs when iron from the yolk reacts with hydrogen sulfide from the white, forming iron sulfide. While not dangerous, this reaction indicates that the egg has been subjected to excessive heat for too long. More importantly, overcooking affects the bioavailability of key nutrients. Eggs are naturally rich in vitamin B12, which supports nerve function and energy production, choline, essential for brain health, and lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that protect against age-related macular degeneration. Research from the British Journal of Nutrition demonstrates that heat-sensitive vitamins can be reduced by up to 20% when eggs are subjected to prolonged high temperatures. So how should you cook your eggs to preserve their nutritional integrity? For boiled eggs, aim for a soft to medium boil about 4-6 minutes after the water starts boiling for soft boiled and 7 to 9 minutes for medium boiled eggs. When frying, use a moderate heat and consider covering the pan briefly to help the egg cook evenly without excessive heat. For scrambled eggs, remove them from the heat when they still look slightly moist, as they'll continue cooking for a few moments from residual heat. By making this simple adjustment to cook eggs more gently, you'll not only enjoy better flavor and texture, but also maximize the nutritional benefits, particularly important for maintaining optimal health as we age. Remember, with eggs, gentler cooking methods preserve both taste and nutrition. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, raw and undercooked eggs can harbor salmonella bacteria, which causes approximately 1.35 million infections in the United States annually. What's particularly concerning for our senior viewers is that adults over 65 are at a significantly higher risk of severe complications from foodborne illnesses. Research published in the Journal of Infectious Diseases indicates that older adults are 4 times more likely to be hospitalized from salmonella infections compared to younger populations. This increased vulnerability stems from age-related changes in the immune system, a phenomenon scientists call immunosenescence. As we age, our immune response becomes less efficient, making it harder for our bodies to fight off pathogens that younger individuals might easily overcome. A study from the National Institute on Aging confirms that this natural decline in immune function begins around age 60 and progressively increases susceptibility to infections. When salmonella infection occurs, symptoms typically appear within 6 to 72 hours and can include fever, abdominal cramps, diarrhea, and vomiting. For seniors, these symptoms can quickly lead to dangerous dehydration and may require hospitalization. In severe cases, the infection can spread beyond the intestines to the bloodstream, potentially becoming life-threatening. But bacterial contamination isn't the only concern with raw eggs. They also contain a protein called avidin that binds to biotin L's vitamin B7 there in your digestive tract, preventing its absorption. Biotin plays a crucial role in energy metabolism, nerve function, and maintaining healthy skin, hair, and nails, all particularly important as we age. The good news is that cooking eggs denatures avidin, eliminating this anti-nutrient effect. To ensure egg safety without sacrificing taste, always cook eggs until both whites and yolks are firm. For dishes that traditionally call for raw eggs, consider these safer alternatives. Use pasteurized egg products, which undergo heat treatment to kill bacteria while maintaining a liquid consistency, or cook eggs to 160 degrees F, 71 degrees C, the temperature at which salmonella is destroyed. Remember, the slight change in texture or convenience is a small price to pay for significantly reducing your risk of foodborne illness. Your health is too valuable to gamble with practices that might have served you well in your younger years but pose unnecessary risks now. According to food safety experts at the USDA, cooked eggs and egg dishes should never be left at room temperature for more than 2 hours. This time frame shrinks to just 1 hour when the ambient temperature exceeds 90 degrees to 32 degrees C. The reason is scientifically sound. Bacteria multiply rapidly in the danger zone between 40 degrees F and 140 degrees F, so 4 degrees C to 60 degrees C. Research published in the Journal of Food Protection demonstrates that at room temperature, bacterial counts can double every 20 minutes on protein-rich foods like eggs. This rapid bacterial proliferation poses a particular risk for seniors whose immune systems may be less equipped to combat foodborne pathogens. A study from the International Journal of Food Microbiology found that elderly individuals are not only more susceptible to food poisoning, but also experience more severe symptoms and longer recovery times compared to younger adults. Let's visualize what happens when you leave that plate of scrambled eggs sitting out after breakfast, initially invisible to the naked eye. Bacteria begin colonizing the surface, multiplying exponentially as time passes. Within 2 hours, what was once a nutritious meal can transform into a potential source of illness. Proper storage begins immediately after cooking. If you're not consuming the eggs right away, they should be cooled quickly and refrigerated in shallow, covered containers. The cooling process is crucial. Large quantities of hot food placed directly in the refrigerator can create warm spots that remain in the danger zone for extended periods. Instead, divide large portions into smaller containers to accelerate cooling. For optimal safety and quality, follow these evidence-based guidelines for storing cooked eggs. Hard-boiled eggs in their shells can be refrigerated for up to 1 week. Peeled hard-boiled eggs should be used within 3-4 days. Scrambled eggs, omelets, and quiches last 3-4 days in the refrigerator. Egg-based salads and sandwiches should be consumed within 3 days. When it's time to enjoy your leftovers, reheat them thoroughly to an internal temperature of 165 degrees C, 74 degrees C. Avoid reheating eggs multiple times, as each cycle increases the risk of bacterial growth and nutrient degradation. Remember that proper storage extends beyond temperature control. Keep cooked eggs in airtight containers to prevent cross-contamination from other foods in your refrigerator. This simple precaution creates an additional barrier against airborne bacteria and preserves both safety and flavor. By respecting these storage guidelines, you can enjoy the convenience of make-ahead egg dishes while maintaining their nutritional value and ensuring they remain a safe, health-promoting part of your diet. According to the Food Safety and Inspection Service, eggs can remain safe for consumption for 3-5 weeks after purchase if properly refrigerated. However, this timeline assumes optimal handling conditions throughout the supply chain, something we can't always guarantee. Research published in the National Journal of Food Microbiology found that the quality and safety of eggs decline progressively after laying, with bacterial penetration through the shell increasing over time. The shell of an egg is your first line of defense against contamination. It may look solid, but an egg's shell is actually porous, containing between 7,000 to 17,000 microscopic pores. A study in poultry science revealed that these pores can allow bacteria to migrate from the exterior to the interior of the egg, especially if the protective cuticle covering the shell has been damaged or washed away. This risk increases dramatically if the shell is cracked, even microscopically. So how can you determine if an egg is still safe to eat? The float test is a scientifically backed method that relies on the principle that as eggs age, air cells inside them expand as moisture evaporates through the shell. Fresh eggs will sink and lie flat on their sides in a bowl of cold water. Eggs that stand upright on the bottom are still usable but not as fresh. Any egg that floats to the surface has developed a large air cell and should be discarded. When you crack an egg open, pay close attention to its appearance and odor. Fresh eggs have firm, domed yolks that stand tall and whites that hold together cohesively. According to research in the Journal of Food Science, as eggs age, proteins in the white break down, causing it to spread more thinly when cracked onto a surface. The yolk membrane also weakens, resulting in a flatter appearance. If you notice any unusual discoloration, such as pink, green, or black spots in the white or yolk, this indicates bacterial or mold growth. Similarly, any sulfurous or unpleasant odor is a clear warning sign that the egg has spoiled and should be discarded immediately. A study in the British Food Journal found that the human nose can reliably detect the compounds associated with egg spoilage, making the sniff test a valid safety measure. For optimal safety, always inspect eggs before purchasing. Avoid cartons with visible cracks or leaking eggs, as cross-contamination may have occurred. At home, store eggs in their original carton on an interior refrigerator shelf rather than the door, where temperatures fluctuate. The carton provides protection and keeps eggs away from strong-smelling foods, as eggshells can absorb odors. By being vigilant about the condition and age of your eggs, you're taking a critical step toward ensuring that this nutritional powerhouse remains a safe and beneficial part of your diet, rather than a potential source of foodborne illness. Research published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition reveals that the type of oil used for cooking eggs can significantly impact the overall nutritional profile of your meal. Highly processed vegetable oils like soybean, corn, and generic vegetable oil blends undergo extensive industrial processing, including extraction with chemical solvents, bleaching, and deodorization. A comprehensive review in the journal Nutrients found that these processes strip away beneficial compounds while potentially introducing harmful ones. When these refined oils are heated to high temperatures, as is common when frying eggs, they can undergo oxidation and produce compounds called aldehydes and lipid peroxides. According to studies published in the British Medical Journal, these compounds have been linked to increased inflammation, oxidative stress, and potential long-term health effects, including cardiovascular issues. For elderly individuals whose bodies already face age-related oxidative challenges, this additional burden is particularly concerning. The problem is compounded by the smoke point of these oils, the temperature at which they begin to break down and release harmful compounds. Many commonly used vegetable oils have relatively low smoke points, meaning they begin degrading at typical cooking temperatures. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition indicates that repeated exposure to these oxidized compounds may contribute to chronic inflammation, which is associated with numerous age-related conditions. Instead, consider these healthier alternatives that enhance rather than detract from the nutritional value of your eggs. Extra virgin olive oil contains polyphenols and monounsaturated fats that have been extensively studied for their anti-inflammatory properties. While it has a relatively low smoke point around 375 degrees F, it works beautifully for gentle egg cooking methods like low-heat scrambling. Avocado oil offers a higher smoke point, approximately 520 degrees F, along with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, making it versatile for various egg cooking techniques, from scrambling to frying. Ghia's clarified butter has been used in traditional cooking for centuries and offers a high smoke point, around 485 degrees F, with beneficial short-chain fatty acids. Research in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition suggests these compounds may support gut health and reduce inflammation. Coconut oil, though higher in saturated fat, contains medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, that are metabolized differently than other fats. Studies in the Journal of Nutrition found that MCTs may support cognitive function, a particular benefit for elderly individuals. When preparing your eggs, imagine the gentle sizzle as they meet a teaspoon of golden olive oil in a pan over medium-low heat. The eggs cook evenly, developing a delicate texture without burning, while absorbing the subtle, beneficial compounds from the oil. The result is not just a more flavorful dish, but one that aligns with your health goals rather than undermining them. By making this simple switch in your cooking routine, you transform your egg dish from a potential source of oxidative stress into a truly nourishing meal that supports your long-term health and well-being. Let's take a moment to recap the 5 critical mistakes we've discussed that could be undermining your health when it comes to eggs. First, overcooking eggs can lead to nutrient degradation and the formation of potentially harmful compounds. Second, consuming raw or undercooked eggs poses significant bacterial risks, particularly dangerous for older adults with naturally declining immune function. Third, improper storage of cooked eggs creates an ideal environment for bacterial growth, turning yesterday's healthy breakfast into today's health hazard. Fourth, using damaged or expired eggs increases your exposure to pathogens that can cause serious foodborne illness. And finally, combining eggs with unhealthy cooking oils introduces inflammatory compounds that may counteract the very benefits you're seeking from eggs in the first place. The good news is that each of these mistakes has a straightforward solution that doesn't require special equipment or complex techniques. By making simple adjustments to your egg preparation routine, you can maximize nutritional benefits while minimizing health risks. Cook eggs gently, ensure they reach safe temperatures, store them properly, verify their freshness before use, and pair them with healthy cooking fats. These small changes can have a profound impact on your long-term health and well-being. What's particularly empowering about this knowledge is how accessible it makes nutrition optimization. Eggs are one of the most affordable sources of high-quality protein and essential nutrients available. By handling them correctly, you're ensuring that every dollar spent on your food budget translates to genuine nourishment rather than potential harm. I'd love to hear about your experiences with eggs in your diet. Have you been making any of these mistakes without realizing it? Or perhaps you have your own tips for preparing eggs in ways that are both delicious and nutritious. Your insights and questions are valuable not just to me, but to our entire community of viewers who are on their own journeys toward better health. Please take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Your engagement helps create a supportive community where we can all learn from each other's experiences. If you found this information valuable, consider giving this video a thumbs up so others can discover it too. Thank you for joining me today on Nourish Now. I'm passionate about empowering you with practical, science-backed information that makes healthy living accessible and enjoyable. Stay tuned for more videos exploring the fascinating intersection of nutrition and aging, where small changes can lead to significant improvements in quality of life. Until next time, here's to your health and vitality through mindful eating.